To date, it's the 26th day of July 2020 in Marshall, Abaco, Bahamas. And it is very confusing to Abaconians and indeed Bahamians with this lockdown, shut up, lockdown, open up. Only the elite can get away with the order of the incompetent authority. But I'm surprised that all the professional news media in Nassau has missed what Kyle Mills could see so clearly here in Abaco. We know that the Prime Minister, it's all about the money. It is evident when they could sit at the table with Bakers Bay and self-deal themselves $25 million and close Albury's Ferry down. That was the beginning of the grab of money. Self-dealing while you are Minister and Prime Minister in the amount of $25 million. So what I see going on with this COVID-19 is that the Prime Minister is all about the money, and he's hooked up with these people in Lightfoot Key, which is in his constituency. So what he's trying to do is confuse us and try to force the vaccination on us, because everybody knows Bill Gates and all the big boys are pushing the vaccination, and it's all about the money. And who wins with the vaccination? The pharmaceutical companies, the doctors, and the wealthy. If you get a vaccination, it alters your DNA forever. Our Prime Minister doesn't care. It's about the money. He have already given us an indication on where he's going when he said that he will infringe on our constitutional right. He would overrule our constitutional right for his right and his right only. The question is, whenever or whoever find a vaccination, they are billionaires. Is the Prime Minister gonna force us to take this vaccination? Would it be mandatory or would it be voluntary? If it becomes mandatory, that all government officials, I know he's gonna start from there, make it mandatory. Either you take the vaccination as a government official or you don't come to work. That is the first deal of being a dictator. Then is he gonna take the citizen rights away by making it mandatory that we too have to take the vaccination? Only people that would win is the people that the Prime Minister is working for, because obviously he's not working for the Bahamian people. So the question that the media should be asking the competent authority, if a vaccination is found today, would it be mandatory that Bahamian citizens take this vaccination, or would it be voluntary? And if it's not voluntary, would he infringe on our constitutional right and make it law that the citizen of this country take this vaccination that could alter our DNA for life? Well, Kyle Mills is going on record right now. Come hell or high water, Kyle Mills will not get any vaccination from this FNM government. I don't trust my Prime Minister. I don't trust his weak cabinet. nor do I trust his weak Minister of Health in anything that has to do with a vaccination. So the media, whenever the competent authority get to have you ask a question, ask this question for Kai Mills. Would the vaccination be mandatory or voluntary? Because that's what he's doing. He's trying to confuse the Bahamian people, because nobody in this country other than the FNM that got their job from this FNM government can believe the garbage that the Prime Minister is doing by allowing the rich elite white to have weddings, to have their bars open in Lightfoot Key, but the Negroes gotta stay over the hill and locked up like the slave masters of old. This is what I foresee from Abaco, a vaccination that the Prime Minister had his hand deep in it, and only people that would win is the pharmaceutical company, the doctors, and this Prime Minister. Is that what he's trying to confuse us on? And say to the Bahamian people, if you take the vaccination, we can be open daily. No more lockdown. Come and get your vaccination. As fast and as soon as you take the vaccination, I will order from the incompetent authority that there'll be no more lockdown. But the key is, you have to take the vaccination. Kai Mills will never, ever take no vaccination from this FNM government, nor no other government. But the question needs to be asked again and again. Mr. Prime Minister, are you leading the Bahamas and the Bahamian people into a mandatory vaccination for the rich, the doctors, yourself, and the people on Lightfoot Key? It's one of these Kai Care short videos on what I foresee that this Prime Minister is doing with this country and trying to direct us in the path of a mandatory vaccination. Kai cares. That's why he's here, speaking not only for Abaconians, but the Bahamas, Nassau in particular, need to watch what your Prime Minister is indicating and where he's heading. That is what Kai see on WCAY on the 26th day of July 2020. Kai cares. That's why he's here.